Peter Rodiker from Yellow Room Recording in Portland, Oregon. Once your tracks are recorded and mixed, they're going to need to be mastered before you release them. There's a lot of confusion about what mastering is and what it does. Mastering is the last step of the creative phase and the first step of the distribution phase. While it can get a lot more complicated, at its most basic level, mastering is applying EQ, compression, and limiting to your stereo mixes. Where in mixing, you're making changes to individual elements within the mix. In mastering, you're making changes to the entire stereo mix, so any change that you make will affect every element within the mix. The first goal here is to address any issues within an individual mix, like there being too much low end, the mix feeling a little dull, or it being overly dynamic. The second goal is to be sure that all of the songs in a project work as a cohesive collection. The idea isn't to make them all sound the same, but they should have a similar character, balance, and level so they feel like they belong together, and you can listen to the entire album all the way through without having to turn the volume up and down. Here you can see the unmastered tracks have very different levels, where the mastered tracks are much more consistent. The last step of mastering is to prepare your tracks for distribution by encoding your files for whatever the eventual delivery format will be. CD, video, online, vinyl. This includes setting when individual tracks start, how much time there is between tracks, and metadata like the song title, album name, and genre. Some mixing engineers will offer mastering as a separate service, and while most mastering engineers will gnash their teeth at this, it's becoming more common for mixing engineers to master as they go. In general, I would recommend taking your tracks to a dedicated mastering engineer. But if you're happy with the results you're getting from a mixing engineer who's mastering as they go, that's really all that matters. Just be sure that you discuss mastering with your mixing engineer before they start the project, so both sides know what the expectations are and you can get your files delivered in the format that you need them.